Okay, hello, welcome back. djvicvapor with you, and this is continuing on with our Bitwig Studio Phase-4 course. And in this video or tutorial, I want to talk a little bit about some additional features within the voices. So in the previous tutorial, we talked about voice stacking and how we can, modulate and make each voice individually its own. But in this one, I'm going to talk about some of the features over here: the monophonic, single trigger, and legato glide. So right now, if I play this, I'm playing in polyphonic mode, essentially. So if I have more than one note down, I'm hearing all those. But if I just want to hear single notes, monophonic. So I can still have multiple voices in monophonic mode. I can have more than one voice per note, but now I'm just playing one note at a time, as opposed to like a triad or a chord with multiple notes. I'm just playing one note at a time. So that, like I said, we can still have voices. So let's go ahead and put it up to 3. And one of the cool things about this is it's really helpful in, bass sounds and things like that, and allowing yourself to have flexibility within creating nice monophonic type bass sounds. So next to that, we have single trigger. Now single trigger, without it on right now, I'm leaving it off. What I want you to pay attention to now is the filter in the envelopes, because it's going to kind of apply to our envelopes, the single trigger. So right now I have the filter envelope, kind of the attack is stretched way out here to exaggerate our point. But as we play this, what you'll see is we have those little dots, let me go back to one voice. There you go. So now you just see that one little dot moving, and every time the note that is being played gets, the next note gets played, the dot restarts. So the envelope restarts every time. So with single trigger on, what you'll notice is I can hold down one note and allow other ones to be played without re-triggering the filter. So in this case, the envelope only gets re-triggered at the end of the one note that I'm holding down. And to better explain this to you, let me show you what our MIDI clip looks like. So I have a bunch of little like a bass pattern here, but then I have one long note on the top of it. So what's happening is that one long note is holding that reset from happening with the single trigger on. See how it's the white dot's going further out until the end of the bar, and then it restarts. Hopefully that makes sense to you. So let's go ahead here, and with let me change this view. With legato, I'm going to take single trigger back on, off. With legato glide on, right now we have the notes playing, and we can go over here to the global glide that we talked about earlier, and by adjusting that, we create that glide sound. But with legato glide on, it's going to require the notes to be overlapping in order to get some sort of glide effect. So let's go back here real quick, because I have that one long note in there. Let's get it out so it doesn't, for example's sake. So now all these other little individual notes are not overlapping. They're all separate from each other. I think, well, maybe I was off a little bit. One or two of them are overlapping a little bit. So that shouldn't hurt us any though. So now with legato glide on, it's only gliding between the two notes that are overlapping. So that's the difference. Legato glide off, you can glide anything. The notes don't have to be overlapping. And with legato glide on, the notes have to be overlapping. So hopefully that made sense to you. But there you can begin to see just how powerful Phase-4 is. I've enjoyed exploring it with you guys. Hopefully you've been able to learn some really cool things or break down some mental barriers with the look of this thing, because I know when I first opened it up, I was like, all right, this looks a little intimidating. What the hell is going on here? But with a little perseverance and a little exploration, you can quickly start to design some really, really cool sounds. Hopefully I was able to get you pointed in the right direction. Thanks for tuning in. Share, like, subscribe. Thanks for pushing play. And as always, guys, peace.